Hello, VD to acquaint you there is one affair a woman will never and I beggarly never allotment with a man unless she is completely, hopelessly, irreversibly in adulation with him. And no, it is not her buzz password. It is articles so intimate, so raw that best men do not alike admit it aback it happens. In fact, a 2023 abstraction from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships begin that 78% of men absolutely absent the moment a woman emotionally committed to them. 78%. That agency appropriate now their ability be a woman in your activity who has already handed you the keys to her affection and you why affecting administration affairs are continuing their averseness about attractive for the big block. Break with me on this one because what I am about to acquaint you could change everything. And that aftermost sign, the one I will acknowledge at the actual end, that is the one that separates a woman who brand you from a woman who would go to war for you. Let me ask you something. Acquire you any time looked back at a accord and accomplished you missed it? Absent the moment she got quieter, softer, added absolute with you? Absent the about face aback she chock full testing you and started dupe you? Or maybe you are in article appropriate now and you feel like she's giving you more, but you cannot absolutely explain what it is. That feeling, that confusion, that is absolutely why this matters. Because women do not consistently say, I adulation you, with words first. They say it in agency that crave you to absolutely see them. Actuality is article best bodies will not acquaint you. Women do not abatement in adulation the way men anticipate we do. Men generally brainstorm adulation as this big accurate confession, a affecting moment, a absolute line. It is admirable and absolutely wrong. Because aback a woman avalanche in love, she does not advertise it. She leaks it slowly, agilely in moments that attending accustomed on the apparent but backpack affecting weight underneath. And if you absence those moments, if you besom accomplish them, abbreviate them or misunderstand that article attenuate begins to shift. She does not stop admiring you overnight. That is not how it works. Instead she starts affairs those pieces back. Not out of punishment but out of protection. Because a woman who, compassionate changeable attitude feels unseen, does not altercate forever. She retreats gently, agilely until one day you attending up and apprehend she's no best there in the way she acclimated to be. So appropriate now, I am activity to airing you through the exact things a woman shares abandoned aback she's absolutely acutely absolutely in love. And as you listen I appetite you to anticipate about additions specific, not in theory in reality. Because affairs are you acquire already apparent at atomic one of these and you did not alike apprehend what it meant. Let me alpha with the one that catches best men absolutely off guard. Aback a woman shares her adolescence wounds. And I do not beggarly the polished, accessible stories, not the beautiful anamnesis about her aboriginal bike or the controllable chestnut she has told 100 times. In the absolute stories, the ones that still backpack emotion, the ones that accomplish her abeyance mid-sentence, the ones she has edited ashen and hidden from best of the world. Aback she tells you about growing up in chaos, about activity invisible, about the nights she cried agilely so no one would hear. That is not accidental conversation. That is affecting exposure. And actuality is what you charge to understand. Those beliefs are not aloof information. They are affecting fingerprints. They explain how she loves, how she protects herself, how she reacts aback she's hurt, and how she hopes abysmal bottom word to be understood. Psychologically, this is what we alarm vulnerability-based bonding. When someone reveals changing affecting experiences, they are not aloof administration the past. They are testing the future. They are allurement afterwards adage it directly, is it safe to be absolutely apparent by you? And this is area best men get it wrong. They apprehend affliction and anon try to fix it. They say things like, that was a continued time ago. Or, you should not let that affect you now. But in that moment she's not allurement you to break anything. She's allurement you to stay, to listen, afterwards interrupting, to understand, afterwards correcting, to authority space, afterwards hasty her out of it. Because aback a woman shows you her wounds she's not attractive for a mechanic. She's attractive for a witness. And if you can do that, if you can sit with her accuracy afterwards aggravating to carbonate, you actualize article abundantly rare the key sign what she shares with you in her affecting world. Safety. Now let me accord you a absolute activity archetype so you can feel this added clearly. Brainstorm you're sitting with her backward at night. The chat slows down. The activity softens and out of boilerplate she tells you about a time in her activity area she acquainted absolutely alone. There is a abeyance afterwards she says it. That abeyance that is the test, not a artful test, a moment of truth. Do you besom it off? Do you change the subject? Or do you angular in and say article as simple as that charge acquire been absolutely adamantine for you? That one book delivered with attendance can deepen her affirmation in you added than a 100 adulation any time could. And actuality is something best men never realize. Think it. She will bethink that moment not aloof what you said but how you fabricated her feel aback she said it. Because in her mind that moment becomes evidence. Affirmation of whether you are addition she can emotionally blow with or addition she needs to break attentive around. Now if you are still with me I appetite you to do article baby but powerful. Anticipate of a time aback a woman aggregate article absolute with you. How did you respond? And be honest with yourself actuality because awareness is area aggregate starts. This is already alive how you see things, booty additional to like the video. Now what she shares abutting aback she is an adulation ability abruptness you alike added because it is not about her past. It is about how she sees herself appropriate now, her insecurities about her body. And afore you abolish this, I charge you to absolutely acquire the way to baft it. We alive in a Apple area women are consistently assuming confidence. Filters, angles, lighting, it is all allotment of the presentation. And over time that achievement becomes affectionate of armor. So aback a woman accomplish out of that aback she sits in advanced of you afterwards architecture and adequate clothes and says article like, I do not feel appealing today. That is not absorption seeking. That is trust. Because she is assuming you the adaptation she is abashed ability not be enough. Psychologically this ties into self-image vulnerability. See you appropriate now and you beggarly it. That acreage differently. That stays with her. Because the accuracy is, best women are not attractive for a man who thinks they are perfect. They are attractive for a man who sees them acutely and chooses them anyway. And aback she realizes that you are that man. That is aback her bouncer drops alike further. Now actuality is area things booty about face that best men absolutely absence because the abutting affair she shares does not attending like administration at all. And that is absolutely why it is so powerful. Her silence. Yes, silence. And I apperceive that sounds aberrant at aboriginal because best bodies are accomplished to abhorrence silence, to ample it, to fix it. Anticipate why best men absence this about this. Have you any time been with addition area the blackout acquainted uncomfortable? Area you acquainted burden to accumulate talking, to entertain, to authority the alternation together. Now analyze that to actuality with addition area you can sit ancillary by side say nothing and still feel absolutely at ease. That difference that is affecting safety. Aback a woman is in adulation with you she stops performing. She stops activity the charge to consistently engage, affect or advance energy. She allows herself to aloof be. And that is not boredom. That is peace. That is trust in its purest form. Because blackout aback it is absolute is not empty. It is abounding of comfort, abounding of presence, abounding of bond connection. And best men ruin it on because they alter it. They anticipate is she bored? Did I do article wrong? Should I say something? And in aggravating to fix article that is not broken, they agitate the moment. That was absolutely actual meaningful. So the abutting time you're sitting with her and there is silence, do not blitz to feel it. Break there. Feel it. Because if she is airy in that blackout with you, you are not accident her attention. You are attending her trust. And what comes abutting builds on that affirmation in a way that is alike added revealing. But we are aloof accepting started because the abutting affair she shares is not about the present moment at all. It is about article abundant bigger. And already you acquire it, you will never apprehend her words the aforementioned way again. Because the abutting affair she shares is not about the present moment at all. It is about her approaching and more specifically whether you abide central it. And this is area things get attenuate in a way that best men absolutely overlook. A woman who is borderline about you lives in the present. Her accent is careful, non-committal. She says how to acknowledge the appropriate way things like we'll see or maybe or I don't apperceive what I'm accomplishing abutting weak. There is consistently amplitude for ambit in the way she speaks. But aback a woman is in adulation with you, article accoutrement in her language. It becomes we, it becomes us, it becomes our, and it does not consistently appear in some admirable declaration. In fact, best of the time it block out casually, about like she does not alike apprehend she is accomplishing it. She ability say, we should go there abutting summer. Or, You would adulation my cousin's bells in October. Or a like article as simple as, when we acquire a abode one day. And if you are not advantageous attention you ability aloof nod and move on. But what she aloof did in that moment she placed you central her future. And psychologically that is a very big accord because animal beings do final thoughts and take away not body brainy futures with bodies they are ambiguous about. The academician artlessly protects itself from disappointment like befitting affecting ambit aback there is doubt. So aback